What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny with Ready Set Inc. And today I got us a Flynn Rider deck. And the way I start these decks is I just throw a bunch of cards in the collection that I want to see that could possibly work out. And then I go ahead and skim them out and see which ones I want to keep. So I ended up with like a 25 uninkable count. And I was able to thin it out here to 15, which becomes really hard in Steel and Ruby. A lot of good cards in those categories are uninkables for the purpose I wanted to do today, and that was to expose Flynn Rider and how strong he is. And so I wanted to surround him with a lot of high strength cards and just utilize his passive lore gain by being able to stand still, so you avoid those challenges. The only thing that can really take you out is some steel song cards like what is it, Let It Go, or The Storm Rages On is the one I was thinking about. So cards like that will be able to take out your cards so you keep standing. But it'd be pretty cool to show how to benefit off of having like some unusual cards like Pete here, who's a 5/2 at a 3 cost, so a really strong card who you don't really want challenging because he would be banished pretty easily, but here you can just keep him up with Flynn. And so I like using cards like Prince here with Bodyguard and Resist, which is pretty cool. It can deter a lot of people away from challenging into your line. And then we had a couple actions here. Of course, with Steel, it's so strong, so we threw in Smash and Let the Storm Rage On, and I wanted to see Ambush work out, which we didn't get to. I dropped it to 2 for that uninkable reasoning, but we were able to have that option of just exerting and doing damage without challenging. And then we also threw in Skull Rock here. So Skull Rock, just another strength buffing card, so your characters there get +1 along with Lumi here, who I am always happy to utilize him. Is your other characters get +1 just by having Lumiere on the board, so I think that goes great with Flynn. And one of our key pieces here is Moana, who is a 3/2 at 1 cost, and so she's not challenging, and she's just there to quest and stand still just to help Flynn get that 3 lore out, which isn't too bad. So I actually played against 2 different decks and it went pretty well, and you'll be able to check that out. Right, we are jumping into a little Flynn deck that we got going on here and see how it's gonna pair up against this top 2 Euro deck. So for our mulligans, we got 1s, 2, and 3s. It's not too bad. We probably don't need double Moanas here. We could throw that back and maybe this Pete, and we'll see just what we get. So it looks like player 2 is starting, so we're going second. To get out a Broom. I think our big Pete here is our ink, and then we can probably play a Fortisphere here. Go ahead and get that draw. We get a Simba, pass. Quest the Broom, and they banish to draw. They get out 2 Chernobyls. Let the Storm Rage On for another ink here. Probably do this Pete here, so we ink both of our Petes, and we can get 2 cards out here. That's fine, and that's fine, and then we'll pass. So our main point here is we want to look for our Flynn frenemy to see if we can get lore that way. So they burned both of their journal box to draw. They're left with just a kit. We get a Smee. And we could put away one bodyguard. We still have Prince here. Princess Pirate. So Smee needs a captain. We don't have a captain now. But we can also... we just play a brawl here. Get rid of kit. And then quest our Moana. Board's clear. We have a character on board. We'll have 4 ink next turn. Blues let the storm rage on. They just cycled a broom for a Diablo and they drew. We get another brawl here. I think Lumiere might be our ink here. Let's go ahead and play Prince and bodyguard him. And then we can also get out Simba again. And then we can quest Moana. Pass. So now we got a Prince here protecting us with the resist. They play an Elsa and they challenge. It's not bad. So we got Skull Rock here. He's going to give more strength to our characters that are at the location, which is going to work well with Flynn if we ever see him. So we got a brawl here. I think we brawl the Elsa because that hits, which is great for us. And then here, our only challenge here is with Prince because I don't want to throw our Simba away. Just take out Diablo here. Or do we quest? He is a 2-quester, so let's go ahead and just quest out. I don't really want to be challenging as much because I want to utilize our bodyguards to protect us. And then once we see a Flynn, our higher strength cards can just quest and passively gain lore with Flynn, so that'd be great. So they quest out. They got 6 ink here. Take it out Genie to draw. No Flynn. Alright, so we go ahead and get out Smee. And then we get out Skull Rock. We go. Let's challenge here with Prince. We want to just not let them have as many characters as us. And then we quest out here. And quest out here. And we should be good. So Genie is evasive. Both Genies are evasive. And I don't think we have much answers character-wise for that. But if we get any damaging actions, we can definitely use that. So it says to gain a lore, but I don't have a pirate there, so I don't get it. Okay. It just checked trigger in the bag. So we get another Prince, which we might want here. Genie is here questing for 2. So we gotta be able to outquest them or start clearing the board somehow. I could throw a Smee into Ursula here. which can work. He'll take 1 damage, so he'll at least still stand. And then quest out my characters. So he's got 5 lore on board. I have 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. So I have game on board here. I can move. So I can actually get a pirate. Awesome. I'm glad I saw that there is still 1 more ink left. So now I have a pirate at Skull Rock, which will also give me an ink. So they swing into my 1 prince. And they take him out, but I still have another bodyguard up. Which I don't think they'll be able to do anything. Quest Ursula, they were drawing with Rabbit. Ran out of ink there. Gain 1 lore with Smee. And we can play these out. Good, drop that there. Quest to 15. Quest to 16. Is that not enough? 18 and 19. Tough. So we'll have to at least win with 1 more lore next turn. And we are good to go. We could just move another. If we move Prince here, then when they try to challenge Prince, that he has extra strength to hurt them, which is fine. We actually lose our Smee because we have no captains out. But we should be alright with the characters we have. So we lose our Prince here. They exert my Arges with Elsa. Take out the Moana. And Genie does not challenge. It looks like they did not have the answer to clear my board, but I actually got pretty nervous there. But here we take our first dub tonight with this Flynn deck that we did not see Flynn. But that wasn't too bad. We can go ahead and run it back. We'll load new decks just to see how this goes. And then we can throw in a green steel or steel song. Let's do a green steel just to see. And we'll throw on random to see who starts. We got it first. Alright, going first. Moana's not too bad. We see our Flynn here, which is great. And Skull Rock also great. I sort of like what we got going on right here. The double Pete's. I think we ink our Skull Rock here. And we put Moana out. Pass. With green steel, we can definitely see a Fire the Cannons or any other damaging spells. So that could be tough. We get another Moana here. They get out hitting Co first turn, so it'll buff up their Diablos and such. I think we take down... We ink this Moana and play our Flynn. We don't expect a rush, so we can actually quest with our Moana this turn. But I really just want her to stand. So we got our first ink, our first lore on the board. And we'll see how this goes. They get out 1 evasive. We get 3 lore for Flynn. And then we are going to ink. I feel like we can ink a Pete here. I want to get Lumiere out just to buff us again, but having Prince out might not be too bad either. So we'll put Prince out and we'll bodyguard him. Now I don't expect him to take anything out next turn, so I think I can actually quest both of my characters here. So we could do that. So now we're at 6, and if they stand, then we'll start next turn with 9. Let the Storm Rage on. They hit my Moana. So right now we're tied in strength, so I don't think I'll gain for Flynn. We get a Smee here. and a Lumiere, so we can ink Smash. I think we want to ink Smash. I think keeping Pete's pretty good against what we know is a green steel deck. So let's keep Smash. And I can play both Smee and Lumiere, which is cool. So now Smee is a 4-strength character, which looks great with Flynn. And we're going to quest here. And still no option on challenging, so might as well just quest my Flynn and we'll pass. So this is a setup that I wanted, is a Flynn, Lumiere, and like a Moana out, a 1-drop character that's overly strong. But can't do anything about the Storm Rage on. I probably could have played my Pete already, but we did not. So now that Flynn is out, we have to work on questing or other such ways. They get out their low-cost Diablo, so we know a big one can be shifted soon. We probably get our Pete out now, huh? We got 4 cards out. We probably start whittling down like their Cove. So let's play Pete so they can't play any actions next turn. And challenge 4. And then Lumiere can take him out. Isn't too bad. I guess a little quest here with Prince, who is 2 lore, so that's a win there. And we're not going to ink. So they quest a Diablo, which means they're not shifting. They play a Doc. Prince John. So we got 4 characters to 4 characters here. They got 1 evasive, 1 ward. We get a Flynn, which is great to see here. We can actually play out our hand. Just for the joy of having all our characters out here. Questing wise, we have 2, 3, 5, 6 right now. So that can go to 17. And then actually Flynn and Smee there can win us the game. So we don't need to challenge. We can't challenge Go-Go. So I think our goal here is to just quest out. And then we just hope that Smee and Flynn can stand. 16, 17, and then we can see what they do next turn. That Smee takes another damage. But boom. They could have hit the Flynn, which, you know, would have stopped the passive lore game, but they hit the Smee instead. Another PJ out, and they're questing. So with these characters, they can't really get through my Prince with resist. And we are able to grab a win there, which was cool. So obviously, you know, with the AI and stuff, and me choosing my opponents, this wasn't a bad setup here. I just wanted to show how strong this Flynn is with just having a stronger character out on board, and we got to see that here. And we'll continue just play around with this to see how much we can just farm Flynn.